Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. You know, there are some things that you would just expect to be there in a store. You walk in and it should be there, right? Well, inside this box is something that is actually quite normal and basic, but is very difficult to get at a tackle shop. This is a fan mail video. However, this first box is full of stuff that I got for yours truly, right? So there's a bunch of different things in here that I got. They're all basic supplies, right? Things that I can't get in a store. There is one thing that is a fishing thing. All right, so it's that fishing thing that we're mostly talking about, but I can't get my favorite tea at a store. 250 bags there for about $16. Very strong, very good tea. Various, these are potentiometers actually, one kind. Can't get those because Radio Shack doesn't exist anymore. Female stereo jacks. Again, Radio Shack doesn't exist anymore. Otherwise, I just nip down to the local Radio Shack and get what I need. Rechargeable batteries. Now, I can go into a store and get these. I got 2 boxes of them. I got AA and AAA. However, I get a much better deal. And believe it or not, sometimes I go into, you know, a Walmart, and where these should be on the shelf, they're gone. And who knows when they'll come back. So we'll put those to the side there. Very important for a lot of things. I save a lot of money using rechargeable batteries. Not all gadgets will work on a rechargeable battery, unfortunately, but a lot of them will, and you have to pay attention to which or what kind of rechargeable battery will operate that. Like, some things will not operate on a rechargeable lithium, but a regular rechargeable battery, alkaline, they will. Now, here's another thing. I bet there's a store somewhere around here in the metro area that carries this, but of course I got a better price. This is a valerian root extract. Put this in a couple drops in this in your sleepy time tea or your chamomile tea, and it's extra sleepy time tea, right? That helps you sleep, is what that's all about. Put that box to the side. Now, the main item that I'm talking about that you would expect to find, and sometimes you can, but a lot of times it's just not there at Academy, definitely at a lot of Walmarts. You know, you go into a Walmart and there's a small catfish section, right? And in that section, you're going to find mainly hooks by Team Catfish, maybe the Walmart brand as well. I don't use those anymore. Those are very expensive. I save a lot of money, even though this is not a cheap brand. I save a lot more money getting this. This is a pack, a 25 pack of 6/0 octopus hooks. This is a very versatile hook. I can put a fairly sizable bait on here. I don't use these for all my big baits. Like my really big baits, I'll use like an 8/0. But I like octopus hooks a lot, especially for shark fishing. Though I didn't get these for shark fishing. Octopus hooks are really easy to get out of a shark's mouth opposed to any circle hook. Those can be difficult to get out. And when you're doing sharks, catch and release really quick is essential. The slower or the longer you take, that shark could die on you. You have to get that shark back in the water as soon as possible. In most cases, you're going to be catching a shark that you're going to have to release down here in Louisiana because it's going to be undersized. That is if you can keep, if you're planning on keeping a shark. However, I do not eat shark, unfortunately. Well, it's not an unfortunate thing, but for a lot of people, they're like, oh, I want to see a catch and cook on bull shark. Well, not here. Maybe somewhere else. Anyway, maybe we'll do a joint venture where it's Ray doing the catch and cook on a shark I may have caught. So, there you go. When I run out of these, I have to order them. And Yeah, that's just the reality of it. That is not a rare hook. That is not an odd hook. That's not a rare company. They're all over the place. You could go to Walmart and find these, but you may find that brand, but you may not find that size. That's just the reality of it these days. All right, so here's the fan mail package. Yeah, let's see what's up with that. I think that reality really became common for a lot of things during COVID, and it hasn't really gotten much better for a lot of reasons. In some cases it's gotten worse, and in other cases it just really hasn't improved as far as like what stores have, what they carry, you know, and availability, what they can get. But across the board, your catfish section at Walmart for years, ever since its inception, has been limited, like tiny, and maybe not even there. Okay, we have a letter. This is coming from Michigan, Cadwell Company. Don't know anything about them, but hey, Mark, big fan of your channels, with an S, plural. Hope you dig the hats I made for you. We have hats, right? Plural. We have a screen printing and embroidery business here. Wondering if you could give some advice on how to handle catfish without getting poked by their barbs. In one of your videos, oh yeah, in a video, without getting barbed. Not this video, because we don't have a cat on display. Well, we got a couple out on the porch, but they don't like coming inside. We live in Michigan and never targeted catfish here. I fished Florida Gulf a couple of years ago and grabbed all the catfish that I caught with fish grips and broke the barbs off the ones I ate, so I didn't get poked when cleaning them. The locals warned me about getting stuck by any and said that gaff top were the worst. Yeah, you know, hardheads hurt more than gaff top as far as the venom or poison, or what do you want to call it, you know, the enzymes on their barbs that make it sting and hurt really bad. But gaff top are not as bad. However, their barbs may be a little bigger. It's more difficult with little ones, even bullheads. I'm sure that you have caught bullheads before, because there are plenty of them, I'm sure, in Michigan. And small channel, any kind of small cat, whether it be flathead, blue cat, channel cat, bullhead, or any saltwater variety of of catfish like gaff top or hardhead. And in some other places in the world there are other saltwater cats, but similar to those two species of like gaff top and hardhead. If the cat is small, immature, or it's just a small cat, they wiggle and they shake a lot more, and it's harder to get a good grip and easier to get poked. We are heading to the Texas Gulf to try surf fishing this winter. Planning to pass through Louisiana on the way back. If you know of any safe places we can overnight in a van around the New Orleans area. I'm not sure I have a like the best or a great suggestion right off the top of my head, but I would have to think on that. It might not be like in the New Orleans area. So there are places on the North Shore, state parks and such, that are safe because they're state parks. But as far as boondocking in the New Orleans area, you get what you get. So it's about caution, right? Thanks, Scott. Cadwell's is the name of the company up there in Michigan. P.S. Sorry I didn't have any non-winning lottery tickets to include with this. Oh, yes. So, yeah, you're right. Bucket hat. It's got my name on it. Oh. Look at that. It says M Hood. And then guess what it says on the side? Yeah, you're right. All right. This is nice. Let me take my fat keeper off. There we go. We got to adjust this a little bit. This is nice because it doesn't have a mesh. Sometimes you don't want a mesh back hat. Here we go. Nice and adjusted. Wow. Thank you. That looks good. I like it. All right, let's try the bucket hat. All right, so inside New Orleans. As far as boondocking, there are some spots like along the tracks between the Marigny and the Bywater, where all that mural graffiti is, just down the street from Mardi Gras Zone. And then along the wall over there, right there, well, yeah, caution, those are not the greatest spots, but those are places I know of for boondocking inside New Orleans. Woo. There we go. Yeah, you're right. You know, it's one of those things that if I sat and really thought about it, I could have a lot of suggestions. There are quite a few places that look like you could boondock, and maybe you could, but they might have no parking signs, things like that. But there are plenty of spots along the river that you can get away with it. But I've never tried, so I can't really give you an honest opinion. I just know I've seen people get away with it, but I've never done it myself. And I can't think of specific spots to give you, but I could suggest that you go into Street View on Google Maps and look at spots. And there are spots that you can find on boondocking websites. I don't use them, so I don't have a name of a website to suggest, but just Google boondocking and you'll find certain apps that you can put on your phone. Like go to the App Store, I guess, on Google Apps. Go to the App Store, put in boondocking or something about RVs. You know, you're going to get a lot of different things, but look for like what is there one called freecamping.com or something like that? And there's one that has the word boondocking in it. That would be a great suggestion for me to try that, because I know a lot of people who use different apps like that and it works out for them. And you'll check out there'll be a site there, right? Like you'll find a boondocking site in the area you want to travel through, and there'll be reviews and people saying stuff, you know, like this was a nightmare, or I had no problem, or something like that, or you know, stuff like that. Oh, there's more hats here. Oh yeah, you did not forget the fat keepers. 3 hats here. This one I need to grow my dreads out even more. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm growing my hair out and getting my dreads back eventually, even though it's, you know, the hair is falling out, but we are still doing that. Yeah, you're right. This one's nice. Yeah, you're right. Thank you so much. Man, this is cool. Awesome. I'm in a good mood now. Thank you, Scott. Thank you so much. Yeah, check out those apps. They'll be handy for you because, you know, you can use them as you travel all over the country and find boondocking sites and see what people are saying about that site, if they had trouble or not. I've been thinking about using those apps myself, but I don't have a need for them at the moment. I'm happy. I have my hooks. I have some cool hats. I can sleep during all the noise now. You don't want to overdo valerian root. It's just you know, a couple of drops or so is all you really need, depending on, you know, your body weight and all that stuff. All right, guys, thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, being a member of the channel, and I will see you next time. Yeah, you're right.